Wonderful. Welcome in. I am so excited. I just got off of the Fox 40 set and it was really, really fun. Talk about a roller coaster ride in being able to talk and speak to something specific and do it in a very efficient, effective way. But today I'm going to share with you more of this breakfast for weight loss in strategic ways. I'm going to guide you to be able to give you that extra support. I'm even going to introduce you to a quick quiz that you can learn more about yourself. So you're definitely going to want to stay in with me here today. So this morning I was on Fox 40. Today, right now, 1 o'clock Pacific, we're going in more in depth and discussing, well, I've tried this or that. What's the next thing I need to do to be able to truly have the breakfast that is going to catapult your day for energy, weight loss, brain clarity? It's all there. Today, we're specifically focusing on weight loss, but we'll be talking about it all because it all wraps in together. Let's just bring down all the confusion and just point directly to the specific things that we deal with day to day without having that energy and how we're choosing the wrong food. So welcome in. I'm ecstatic that you are here and I'm having a great time today, really enjoying the day with being on Fox 40, spending time with their viewers and being able to share it with you. So welcome in. This is a picture of Jacob and Kirsten and me on the set for Fox 40. And Jacob does all my videos. And even though he's so young, he's in 6th grade, but this has been one of the things that he's gotten better and better at. So any of the videos that you see that are showing you different spots on the set and the side view, that's all Jacob. He does a great job. And then Kirsten, my daughter, is really into taking pictures. And so they both are always my support. And it's fun to have a family business where they get to be able to learn the back of all this media stuff and being able to move forward in their understanding, not just school, but really adding into the knowledge. So let me ask you, if you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. So my challenge for you today is take a couple breaths. Get your mindset ready to learn some new stuff. Learn stuff about yourself. We're going to do it quick. We're going to do it within an hour. I promise you. And it's going to take you on a journey. So I want you to stick in there with me because I want you to think about the new strategies that you are ready for right now. So, hey, I'm Rhonda Liebig. As you know, I was on Fox 40 today. I'm an author and a health coach, and I love, love, love what I do. So I'm bestseller on Amazon with The Fit Solution. 4 steps to a sexy, successful, authentic you. Whew, that's a mouthful. But what that's all about is me coaching you and giving you ideas and strategies throughout the book for your food, your workout, your organization. But it's all what I do and encompass in everything that I do. So that's the book. Then I also do blogging. So I talk about all these things that seem so hard usually to really bring it down to the basics. So definitely check out my blog. Also, as you know, I have done interviews and I've gone to Fox 40 or Gina Rose show, traveled into LA and met this wonderful woman, and she is hot on the scene, a YouTube channel, and she is doing wonderful. They are spectacular there. All right, and this is my family. We're saying hello and welcome in. It's all about friends, family, yourself. Where do you want to be, where you are right now to where you foresee out there, and what you are doing different today, right now, being with me and thinking of those possibilities so you have a new, fresh chance in your life. It's beautiful. I also want you to stay with me because I'm going to share with you that there's a bonus at the end where you actually get the recipes that I share with the Fox 40 viewers. So hang in there with me. You're also going to learn extra stuff that I have going on that you may want to participate in as you keep learning about yourself. So we have some energy issues where we have lack of weight loss and we're reaching for the wrong foods and the body chemistry is all off. Does that make sense? Lack of weight loss is from reaching for the wrong foods, and it changes our body chemistry. So if you have a little bit of sugar, you think you're in control. Then it seeps in a little bit more here and there. And then it just goes chaos because the body chemistry gets off. So let's get down to the basics here. So the energy issue is 1 out of 5 adults claim to always be tired. No more tired. 15 million office visits a year complaining of fatigue. Fatigue is from so many things, but let's get you into alignment, thinking about strategies today. Most patients seeking care for fatigue are women. We're multitaskers. We're taking care of people with our nurturing approach in business, in family, where we work, our friends, our partners. It just goes on. The source is Harvard Guide. So this is what I call your weight loss opportunity. And this is where you need a mind shift. If you believe this and you're ready, then you need a mind shift. And I want you to say yes. And if you don't believe it yet, hang in there a little bit longer because I want to help you feeling vibrant through the day. If you don't believe in this yet, stick with me because it gets in basic steps to get there. So most people will pass it up for sure. Why not? Because we keep thinking that we really, truly are who we are and that nothing's going to change. If you're in that state, the real question is, will you stick with me today and really go through, and are you ready to make those new changes? So where do we start? First thing is, it's just about knowing your why. I want to answer your why. I want you to know what your why is. So what is it that keeps you up at night regarding your health? Take a breath. What is the biggest struggle that you deal with on your day-to-day life? What would you do to get results and have a breakthrough that would make you happy? What would you do? So here it is. Breakfast for weight loss. Let's talk about it. Let's get in deep and let's discuss the shifts that happen that we need to adjust right now. Let's look at 8 reasons why there needs to be a shift happening today. Exhausted. Feeling that you need stimulants just to get through the day. Number 3, lack of clarity. How's that going to affect your productivity? Lack of clarity slows us down, does not give us the elite personality that we know that we have. Brain fog. Number 4, you have slow wound healing and weak immunity. If you're not taking care of your belly, how is your blood going to be balanced so that the blood will be able to go into areas and be able to heal, and that your immunity that's wrapped around your belly, about 70% of your immunity is within your belly. So we're going to want to absorb the food. That's so important. And digestion is another area that we're not going to speak about too much today, but that is a whole new different subject. Number 5, irritability, impatient. Think about that. Big inhale. What changes when you have that space of not being irritable, of being patient? Even somebody that disturbs you all the time, just tired of listening to their questions or something. What's going to help you? Number 6, unmotivated and feeling depressed. Let's get a new mindset. Let's don't worry or concern about what's making us unmotivated or depressed. Let's move forward. Let's see the future. Number 7, sugar, carbohydrates, and salt cravings. Yikes. This is what gets us into hypertension. We're talking having our blood sugar not balanced, and which is going to give us cravings for carbohydrates. Let's get away from it. Let's figure out what those strategies are. And number 8, restless, lack of sleep. If you get your body in balance, this stuff is going to subside and then find its way slowly seeping out of your life with no more lack of sleep. And it really is true. I've had many times where I was sleeping only a couple hours a night. And I found strategies that I share on certain webinars that you're on. Maybe that might be another one I do for next week. I have to think about that, because this is so important, because us women, this happens to some men, but mostly women are dealing with their mind going and going because your body's not clicking off because the hormones are off, or because you took too many stimulants, which would be coffee, eating sugar, to get yourself through the day. So let's rid our body of this restless lack of sleep. And I want to introduce you to Michaela, because the first picture that popped up is what Michaela looked like when she first came to see me. And this is a stage where she was doing a video, because she was doing videos for me because she was feeling very motivated, very, very good. And this is her stats. And she's a case study of mine, because as she was going along, just big things started happening. And so we're going to talk about what her issues were, so to help you connect. And you're going to be meeting others that have been with me too. We're going to talk about a couple other people to help you connect and answer your why you are here, and your motivation to move forward. She's lost 22 pounds, actually more these days, 14.5 inches all throughout her body. She's lost 7 pant sizes, 7.5% of body fat. Michaela, you rock. What her issue was that she was having problems because she was eating fast food. She was eating so much that she was having problems with portion control. She went from a size 22 to a 15 in her pants. So she learned about portion control. She learned about clearing mental sabotages. And her struggle today is still keeping herself focused and clear on the mental sabotages. There's just some self-sabotages that we do, and we need to really keep ourselves clear and focused, and so we can hear that stuff happening. She was also working out, and she is still working out, and she's changed her food choices. She's not eating fast food. If she has a situation where she's eating fast food, she will actually opt out to not even eat and wait till she has a chance to get to the right foods. And the biggest thing, commitment to herself. The commitment of really making that change and not going into her old mindset of, oh, that's just me. Oh, nothing's going to change. Oh, I can't lose any more weight. Oh, my body is not going to lose weight because this is how big my family is. The list can go on and on for self-sabotage. It gets crazy how crazy that can be. So lack of weight loss comes from nutritional deficiencies. You probably know that, but just put that in a mindset, because we were talking about the immune system and how all that is linked with weight loss. Also, overworking. Sometimes we are working too much and we're tired, and we only have so much mental capacity to stay on the straight and narrow, to follow exactly what we think we need to follow. So once you start having that feeling that you want to reach for certain foods like stimulants and sugar, which is also a stimulant, but coffee and sugar, that you notice that you gain weight really quick when you start doing that. So really stay in charge of how much you're working, or if there are no excuses, this is what your life is at this point, give yourself those points in your day where you are going to take a break. Because if you're working tons of hours all throughout the week, you want to take those breaks so you think quicker, your productivity's up, and you have control over what you're eating more. And when you're sitting down with the computer and you have too much cell phone and you're very focused in on just those things out there that keep us from not listening to ourselves, that we have stuff in our ears and we're not even really listening to anybody else around us except the music. And sometimes we feel we need that. That is great. Sometimes the way to click off is to put on some music, relax. But for weight loss, you want clarity and you want precise feeling of your connection with why you need to make a change today. And it's all about listening to yourself. Sometimes we also have physical and emotional stress, and the physical stress can stop us from moving around and making our bad food choices. Also, emotional stress is the big culprit for self-sabotage, for not being able to make it to the next step. So let me guide you today. Even boredom. Sometimes we're stuck in the same situation day in, day out. For job, life, lack of inspiration really affects our day and our choices. So we're breaking out today. We're making those new choices by being in a place that's something new. Welcome in and keep staying with me here. Lack of connection of nature. I had a client that her whole thing was she was starting up her business. She was extremely busy, didn't really stop to think how important it was to get her dog out to go for a walk. She lived pretty close to a river, and she was not going for walks, but she found when she started connecting and going through the coaching that she noticed that she was making better decisions. She was waking up in the morning and feeling like she was ready to go and get out there in the world to be making more money. She was starting her business, so she was very scared. So there were a lot of things that she needed to do, and the way she did it was getting back into nature. Let's go into this next section. I'm going to be talking to you about organs in your body. We're not going to go in deep. This isn't a science class, but I really want you to think about these two organs that we overdo stuff in our life, and these organs get stuck. And the reasons why we need to keep track of this is because this is where chronic disease houses itself. With our blood, with the liver. We're going to talk about kidneys today. So are you ready? Let's talk about this, because this is where I'm going to introduce you to a quiz that you're going to be able to take that's so simple, but it's going to give you that vision of what you need to do, next steps to get out there, go do some shopping, get connected with your kitchen. So let's go. The 10 signs your liver is stuck. Abdominal bloating. Pain or discomfort over the liver area, that's your right under the rib cage. Excessive abdominal fat. Trouble digesting fatty foods. Had your gallbladder removed. Acid reflux. Heartburn. Dark spots on the skin, commonly referred to as liver spots. Overheating of the body and excessive perspiration. Now this is where your blood is thicker than it should be. It's stickier because of the sugar, the high sugar that's in there, and it just is hot in your body, and it's not circulating well. Your cooling system isn't working well because your fluids in your system is stuck. A sure sign that liver's stuck. Acne, rosacea, or blotchy, itchy skin. So usually when you have itchy skin, it's your nervous system and things are popping out. Maybe rashes on your skin and everything, but usually connected with your nervous system is how your fluids are moving in your body and the transition of all the nutrients that you have, and it's also connected with your liver. Get your liver in alignment and you're going to be able to keep track and control of the rosacea and itchy blotchy skin. Number 10, unexplained weight gain, inability to lose in calorie restriction. So many times before I really connected with this holistic journey, I was focused mainly on workouts. And there were some people that were not shifting at all. Even when they would do a cleanse or they would restrict their calories, go towards healthier foods, their body was dealing with something deeper. And this is what it was. Their liver was stuck. And I had to educate myself and learn, and this is how you're answering your why. Any of these issues here that you see that you have, think about that. And think about your insides and how our aging process happens too, and how things just get worn out quicker when things are not working efficient. Here's your top 10 signs your liver is stuck. Now let's talk about your kidneys, because this is the other organ that deals with your water system now. And this is where you're going to get the bloated, the inflammation in areas, around your knees, legs, arms, in your face. And this is the signs that your kidneys are stuck. Leg and back pain. Urinary urgency. So all of a sudden, you have to go to the bathroom, and if you don't, you will pee your pants. fatigue, swelling, irritated skin, losing hair in front of the head. You have certain points where your meridian points, which is connected to your kidneys, your liver, your heart, your process of your energy that goes through your body. This is one area, if you're struggling with losing hair in your frontal lobe area, it's a sign that your kidneys are stuck. Pinky toe, pink or red. Had a client, just got back from vacation. Her pinky hurt her on her hand, and her pinky toe hurt her. And it was red, and it was hurting. And she was going through this process with me saying, man, I do not feel good. And so we went through this process. And I'm like, And then she said, and my pinky's hurting me. And I was like, oh my gosh. So she was eating a lot of sugar, and the sugar was affecting her water system. Her kidneys just basically, her body was out of balance. Loss of will. When you don't have a balance of water in your system, chemically things just start happening. You're not being able to flush your system out. It really affects your brain. Loss of will means that you have a hard time, difficult time choosing the right foods, or you feel weepy and you live in fear and trepidation. I don't think I have Anna's story in here, but she's a spectacular case study that I've been working on, where she had most of these issues. And once we got her in alignment, it was like a miracle drug for her. Within a month, she got rid of her fear and trepidation. She was able to go into groups where she wasn't able to before, because things were too loud and they would stress her out. Things changed. And you feel like you can't move beyond fears, but as you chip away little by little, you learn that you can do it. But when you look at, well, I don't want that fear anymore, it feels overwhelming. So today I'm here to tell you that it can happen where you can move away from that stuff. And that's without taking drugs. I think the last thing that we should do is jump on drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, right away. It's always looking at, is your liver stuck? Is your kidney stuck? What can I do to shift that? And my expertise is in food, because the more health that you have in your hands while you're consuming your food and looking at it and the vibrancy, the bigger your changes are going to be. So let's get with it. So I want you to see where you're stuck. So we talked about the liver and the kidneys. We're going to talk a little bit more, because this quiz is going to help you. I call it my signature fit quiz, and it's focus, integrate, transform, and thrive. And the fit is going to help you figure out your why, figure out what your next steps are, and how you're going to add these changes. Because I'm going to give you some guidance on how to get yourself unstuck from the liver and the kidneys. I want you to meet Pam, because Pam is a great story. And she was stuck, I would say, in everything. She was struggling so bad. And she did not give herself a chance to think about this. It was what it was. It is what it is kind of mentality. And she learned so much in her 6-month program. I think that it took her about 5 months before she finally connected, and it made a big difference for her. And on my YouTube channel, you can see her story. It's a great video. I always smile when I listen to her, and she's still a current client because she's still on her journey. We're specifically focused on weight loss right now. Right at this picture right here, she did a big mental transformation. So you have to hear her story, because when you're stuck and your blood is not flowing right and your fluid systems, where she had kidney stones, things weren't going very well for her. And this happens to us where we just feel like there's no way out and life is not good. So you have to hear this video at some point, because she laughs and she just is just an uplifted Pam, and it's wonderful to see her. And it was a struggle. It's probably one of my worst clients to start off with, because she was so painful in her journey that I had to get strong and really help her through it. And she's definitely on the other side. So yay, Pam. Okay, so I'm ready for you to take the energy quiz. Let's get down and start focusing in on more about what we just talked about. If you're stuck in the liver, and if you're stuck in the kidneys. And this is important because the more you're aware of what's going on, the more you're going to be able to emotionally connect with choosing those foods. Because choosing foods is related with changing the chemistry in your body, but it's also related with knowing why you need to make those changes. So we're going to be in this top section first, and we're going to talk about your liver. I'm going to be asking you what you have going on that may be part of this top section. And then we're going to go into the liver, and we're going to talk about the bottom section. We're going to start off with the body pains and then the emotions. And it's just the way the body works. So when you're talking about emotions, it's clearly connected with chemically how your brain is working. So if you have your liver stuck in your kidneys, this is what's going to help you. And once you figure this out, you're going to really have some strategies, because I'm going to give you some resolution here. So make sure you have a piece of paper, pen. If you're on your computer, pop up Word and start taking some notes and just see how many check marks you have for the kidney section and how many check marks you have for the liver. If you have both of them, you just want to see which one has the most. And if you have quite a few of both of them, then just be aware that your body is highly out of balance. So here we go. Kidneys, dark purple veins around the ankle. Check if you have it. Check mark if you have it. Pinky toe is pink or red. We have to take a shoe off to look for that, because sometimes you just don't know. I'm getting up in the middle of the night to pee. I was talking about Anna, and she was getting up 8 times a night, literally. So she wasn't sleeping. Losing hair in front. Kidneys, with your emotions, living in fear and trepidation, loss of will, cannot move beyond fears. You can have a total of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a total of 8. Okay, so look at what you have there. Now add it up, and you're going to have liver. Problems with dry eyes. Headaches on the side of the head. This has to do with your meridian points. 2 lines in between the eyes, which could be totally linked with stress. When you squeeze in between the eyes, it just pinches that liver, pinches it. Your big toe aches. Do you have ingrown toenails? Do you have things that come and go where you just have pains in your toe? Hip or shoulder hurts. On the outside of the body, that's your meridian point for liver and gallbladder. All those work hand in hand. Now, when your liver is off, your gallbladder is going to be off, because those work together with storing the bile and with producing the bile. So when there's not enough bile or there's too much being released, things happen emotionally. If you have a hard time starting your day, then that is your emotional state is feeling like you do not want to get out of bed. But when you have that issue, the enzymes that get produced from your liver should wake you up. If your liver's off, it's not going to be able to answer that call, and you're going to have some hard times getting up. Easily angered. Bile is directly connected with angered, which means that your liver is off and your gallbladder. I had 7 clients at one point that had their gallbladder taken out. So connecting with this is so important. So if you don't have your gallbladder, the imbalance can happen real easily here. And you get easily frustrated. People are not doing exactly what you want them to do, and you can't even get past it. That person is a whatever you want to call them. So I want you to look at your kidney section and your liver section. If you don't have any of those, I want you to still stick with me here, because there's a purpose and a reason why you're here. Today I'm mainly focusing in on the kidneys and liver. But there's stuff that can be happening with your thyroid, which you can have, that can also do some things that are kind of connected with your kidneys too. So where do you have most of your check marks? Kidneys or liver? Let's get the quiz results. See what's going on. If you want to post them in the side, you can, which would be great. That would be wonderful. Sometimes health is interesting, though, because you don't want to speak to anything with health. Sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable. But I'll make sure I don't say your name. If you want to post some of your stuff, that would be great too. be able to hear from you. All right, if you're getting it in recording, I would love for you to hit reply from where you got this link and tell me how you're feeling. Give me some insight. Happiness is not the belief that we don't need to change. It's the realization that we can. Shawn Achor. The realization that we can, that's what opens up to new possibilities. If you hear that somebody gets results from something, sometimes you start doing that self-talk, the self-sabotage of, oh yeah, right, that's totally not true. But if you start taking the steps, getting yourself inspired and more inspired to really do a big jumpstart off into your health. Happiness is not the belief that we don't need to change, it's the realization that we can. So here's the realization that you can. So where are you stuck? Here we go, your guidance. You see these stretches? I've been talking about the meridian points. This is specific to opening up your kidneys and your bladder. Bladder's focused with if you're having that urinary urgency where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the bathroom, and it's hard to get to the bathroom in time. And you have that list of the 10 reasons why you should know that your kidneys are stuck. If you're in this section, I want you to daily, every morning, every evening, do this stretch. Open up your back legs. Let it go. Drink plenty of water to help your kidneys and bladder to help flush your system. So add this stretch. With this, I want you to avoid raw foods and cold foods and drinks. Because this system is a hard system to stay warm, so you use a little bit more cold. And raw food, to warm it up and get it to where it needs to be, you're not going to be able to do it in this state. So you want to stay away from the raw foods and cold drinks. And be fearless. Get out there and do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, because the more you mentally realize that you can do something, the more you'll do it, the less fear you have, and the more you're going to be out there doing what you love. Don't live in fear. Push past it. Be fearless. So here's your guidance for liver gallbladder meridian. See how this girl is stretching off to the side? That whole outside gets stuck. If you have pains under the rib, if you have in the front area where the liver is, I want you to restrict fast foods and fried foods, because your gallbladder that works along with the liver works with the bile. If you're doing a lot of that, it's easy to lean towards being diabetic, because that's going to shift and throw off your body and your hormones, and it's going to overwork your system. And I want you to avoid sugar, soda, refined carbohydrates, and exercise 30 to 40 minutes per day, at least for a week. This is your guidance. And if you exercise, you're going to be able to get that circulation going, flush out the stuff, help detoxify the system by restricting fast foods and fried foods. Avoid sugar, soda, refined carbohydrates, and exercise. We are what we repeatedly do. So get in there and do what you know you need to do. So excellence then is not an act, but a habit. You see those people that they seem like they just do everything great? It's not true. They're just very strong in their discipline. And discipline is what you need to start something. Once it becomes a routine, it's just part of your routine. So get out there, do what you repeatedly need to do so that you can make it a habit. Great, great quote. Monica was stuck in her liver and gallbladder, and we were dealing with some big changes for her. And this is where she started losing inches and also losing body fat. Just incredible. This week we're going to do some more of the measurements, because her whole body has just been changing even more. So the way her face looks like now, she doesn't even look like that anymore. So we have some big body fat changes and some inches lost. So I'm so excited. Monica was definitely living in fear and trepidation also. So she had a combination of things going on. Within a month, though, she was able to go from looking like this, because she was just stuck, to looking like this. Look at that big difference from 1 month to the next. And it has to do with that she just was not in alignment. And then She just all of a sudden just started leaning up again, and it just was a big change. Oh, I just love this. But her issue is that she was dealing with fear, stressed with busy schedule. She drives so much for her work, and she has to leave early. She gets home late, and she at one point lost weight, and then she gained it back. And in total, she lost quite a few inches in just 1 month. And this is how she's doing it. So remember, nothing that I've shared with you today is theory. I've really shared a lot of stories with you, and I've used every single one of these strategies in my personal energy plan for you. And my clients are using these strategies too, and this is specific to weight loss. So your why, you know you want to learn to get results like my clients have, but you may not know what you need to do. Number two, you're frustrated with all the information out there, but you're still holding out hope for you getting these types of results too. You just need to be told what to do and how to do it to see real results in your health journey. So for weight loss, energy, less stress. So one thing to take with you today is that I'm not extra special, and I do not have access to exclusive resources and tools, and I just have a signature strategy that works. And as you see, this has worked for others too, and you can too. The obvious question is, how do I get the results now that I have tried to do in the past to do? So you've always envisioned, this is the results I want to get. So where's that shift? So you have a choice. Stay in the complicated and feeling confused, or simple. Let's get down to simple. And structure. This is me going, ah! Because sometimes we make it so hard, but I'm going to break it down with my professional background of being in this industry for over 16 years, being the health coach with getting that transformation for people. So I want to introduce to you Higher Energy. Energy Unleashed was put together for learning how to eat right. And I'm going to share more with you because it's all about resetting the blood sugar, but it goes in more depth than that. Your Energy Unleashed is the absolute fastest way to eliminate the stress and overwhelm to get results. We're all about getting the results. Why we usually fail is that 65% of dieters regain their weight within 3 years. Oh my gosh, we want to get rid of that. So let's talk about Energy Unleashed. Let's talk about all the trainings right now are ready for you. There are 8 weekly coaching sessions that are going to support you throughout your journey. There's 100% online, so it's going to be efficient and easy for you to get to me, no matter where you are. You have a private Facebook group that's going to support you all the way through. There's signature templates to guide and support you daily so that you can make those shifts. Checklists to give you the daily successful steps. Energy Unleashed was created on the foundation of timeless health strategies that have been around for thousands of years and have given my clients their new healthy visions and learning the life that's not about old school dieting. So Energy Unleashed, this is what the course curriculum looks like. Module 1. The art of visualization, visual diagnosis. You're going to learn how to look at your body and what you are struggling with. You know how we did my signature fit quiz? The same thing is here. You're going to use stuff that's been around that's helped people stay healthy by just bringing back old school tools. It's called the Meridian. You're going to learn how to look at your face, your overall face, to be able to decide what your next steps are with the foods that you need to eat based on guidance that I give you. So you're going to learn how to diagnose and prevent future conditions without going to the doctor, but we're going to shift some things for you. Module 2 is on organ and meridian diagnosis. You're going to learn about where your pains are, why your pains are in certain spots. So you're going to decipher what symptoms tell you about physical imbalances. You're going to learn so much about yourself. So you can build your dietary lifestyle plans that get to the root of the causes. Not why is this happening, but you're going to be able to answer that based on my coaching that I'm going to give you. Pain, aging, balance, eating is all going to be dealt with. And the bonus for Module 1 is that you have a Meridian workout with me as your master trainer. Been training for many years, since I was 19, and I'll be taking you through the points of the exercise to release your stress in your body if you're dealing with your liver stuck or kidneys being stuck. Module 3, clearing the 10 sabotages to clearer thinking. So you're going to learn how to address emotional imbalances and build a truly holistic balance, mental balance. Very interesting. This is going to help you with your productivity too, because if you have emotions swirling in your head that are not saying very good things, that affects the elite person that you are. So we really want to connect with what is holding you back. Stop the self-sabotage. Now, in the past, have shared Helen with you about how she's been able to keep herself vibrant through the 90 years, but I might have a new bonus that's coming up. I was thinking about this. I might shift this bonus module, but you are going to have many bonuses with this anyway. So module 4 is going to be about the 7 steps to self-discovery. We're going to talk about the chakras, because when you're not speaking your truth, you may have some thyroid stuff, or you may have things going on that you can align yourself and help bring clarity to your day, being able to speak your truth in a really relaxed, strategic way. You're going to see if there's 7 chakras we're going to be talking about. That's going to open you up, because it's going to let you think about things differently, because you're going to start looking at things holistically and being able to connect with who you authentically are. You're going to start thinking about when you were a child, because when we were a child, we were pretty pure in the way we thought. And then as we started going through our journey, we had just that dullness that started happening with people telling us that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do certain things, or that you're irritating, or that you're not smart. Whatever it is, we're going to learn to chip away at this and do it in a strategic, logical way. And then we're going to learn throughout all these modules, we're going to bring it together, because we're going to learn how to do self-evaluation, how to keep yourself inspired, motivated, and focused on your healthy goals. So important. We're going to put it all together in module 6, and we're going to do that to learn how to go from an average lifestyle to fully living in the moment. Build your passion in who you authentically are, and with this confidence and tools, you learn more to eliminate high blood sugar, break through daily stagnation, stop sabotages, create the exact meals for a flat belly. You're going to be getting results here. So every week you get live group coaching calls where you ask any question you want, you learn new things, you share your thoughts, receive expert advice from me in creating a life with higher energy. Samantha was feeling like she was lost in certain areas of her life. And so she said, I have been working with Rhonda and getting into action and receiving great results. Before Rhonda, I was doing self-sabotage, not much life balance, and have learned to eat for my body. I would recommend Rhonda if you are ready for life balance, to lose weight, get into action, and ready to learn more about your own personal health journey. So this is Samantha's success story, and this can be yours also. So you have all these modules from art, visual diagnosis, Oregon Meridian, bonus modules, clearing your sabotages, learning the chakras, the self-evaluation, and putting it all together. And you could try and figure this out all on your own through this whole robust program that I just put in front here. And you can spend tons of time on different diets and waste tons of time trying to do it yourself. And of course, we know that scares us and confuses us sometimes when we realize that we've tried different strategies. So your mistakes can cost you. So I want you to think about this. Are you ready for Energy Unleashed? The total value of spending time with me in this group, with private health coaching, in a group, with having your private Facebook group, it comes to $1,337. Are you ready for Energy Unleashed? Because your investment for just being part of this, for being able to step into something new today, we're going to give it to you for $297. And you can break it down into 2 installments if that's what works for you. But I want you to go to RhondaLiebig.com, Energy Unleashed Special. And you're going to find it right there. It's going to give you the modules, exactly what you saw, and you can have your link and you can get this special. Normally it is way more than this, but today this is the special until Sunday. So here's what you need to do next. Go to rhondaliebig.com, Energy Unleashed Special. And I want you to grab your September 14th slot. And even if some of the dates do not fit you once you get in, you're going to be able to be anywhere on your phone, your computer, iPad, whatever, and you're going to be able to hear all the coaching calls. You're going to be able to ask those questions. And anything that you don't get to because of something big happening, everything gets recorded. Everything gets saved down to a space so that you can review and have your time to review. And this is where you get the life membership of the Facebook group. You get to learn so much about yourself, and it's a 5-month great program. I feel so good about this program. I just want you to know that I'm giving you a 30-day money-back guarantee as soon as you purchase this investment. Enrollment increases by $200 Sunday at midnight. So think about where you are right now, keeping your motivation going. You want that higher energy so that you can lose weight. You can clear up that brain fog that's going on or that may happen through the 3 p.m. slump or through your day, and you're going to jump in there if this is right for you. So Energy Unleashed, you got your money back guarantee. You're going to learn how to reset your blood sugar so that you can lose weight, so that you can feel good, so you're not up and down. And here's another couple of people who have been working with me, realizing that I can feel satisfied by eating so simply and clean, finishing a meal and not feeling bloated. Beverly. Thank you for educating me on making healthy food choices and exploring how that makes me more fit, healthy, and better capable of taking care of my body. There's Nancy. Thank you, ladies, for doing that. All right, so is this for you? So your bonus will be sent to you in your inbox. And if this is for you, I want you to step in, take your steps. If you're getting this in recording, I want you to ask those questions. And let me share the screen with you one more time here. So if you have any more questions or any questions, I want you to ask now, or I want you to hit reply on the email that you got since you signed up and ask any question you want. When it's open, you can have this until Sunday for $297. We're going to break it down into 2 payment plans for you if that's what you want to do. It's a great program. You hear all the results that everybody's gotten. I want you to step into it if this is the right program for you. If you're feeling like you're ready for weight loss, you're ready for having your day where you're focused on having that breakfast so that you get your weight loss. And that you're going to have to eat every day the right way, learning how you have kidney and bladder stuff maybe going on, and learning how to eat for yourself strategically so you can connect with what you need to do for your next steps. A great program for you. I hope you step in. If this is right for you, I'll catch up with you soon. You have an insightful day. Thank you for spending time with me.